Hey yo, you know who it is. It's the Don Chick, Tony Teflon Chick. How's Teflon? We pull the strings Chick. And I'm back at you. As you can see, I'm in the same outfit. I was just on the other question. I told you that if I had a chance, I'd just continue this and keep it going because I had questions and I just got hit with a lot more questions. So I'm going to continue. And this will probably be the last you see me until next Sunday and stuff like that. So I hope it ain't too much. I hope you ain't mad that I'm doing another one so quick. But I said if I had a chance to do it, I will do this. I'm a man of my word, and that's how I do it. You know what I mean? So basically, let's just try to get into this right now. I'm going to try to say the people's names who asked me the questions this time and stuff like that. Some names I don't like to do because some names are, I don't want to disrespect no one, but I'm from Queens. I got sort of an accent here and there, and it's hard for me to pronounce some of them. So I'm going to try, but the ones I can't pronounce, I will say. Like this, Lori D. I can say that easy. What do you think about Stannis wanting Jon to inherit Winterfell in the Dance with Dragons? Stannis is about birthright and how it gives him the right to sit on the Iron Throne. Yet he doesn't care about Stannis' birthright and wants Jon to forsake his night watch vows and have Winterfell. Alright, I think at that point, you're right. Now, you'll say, but Stannis, it doesn't seem to be, it seems to be hypocritical because Stannis' only claim is birthright. Well, I think anyone's claim, if you're going to make a claim to the throne, would have to be birthright. That is Stannis' claim to the throne is birthright. That's the only claim that there can be to the throne is birthright. So I think that's why he's there. As for wanting Jon to take it, not Sansa, I can't see him. I don't even know how much in contact with Sansa he has, or if he knows where Sansa's whereabouts are after the whole Tyrion thing. I don't know. I don't remember him discussing that at all. 2, Sansa is married to Tyrion, so that would be giving the North to the Lannisters. I don't think he would want to do that. So I think, is he being greedy, wanting Jon to lead the Night's Watch? Yes, there's no doubt about it. He's being greedy, and he wants Jon to lead the Night's Watch, so because he at that time doesn't know that Manderley's on his side, and he wants Manderley to, he needs Manderley's place to re-up and stuff like that. So I think if he knew Rickon was alive, he wouldn't be stressing Jon so much and stuff, but he doesn't know that at that point. Let's see. All right. I don't know if I can answer that one. I'm sorry. I would like to, but I can't. All right, here we go. Bianco 215. I'm a Stannis fan, but one criticism I've heard about him from Elio and Linda at Westeros.org. They said they don't like Stannis because he is a truly selfish. They said he is dishonorable to flee Dragonstone after Jon Arryn got poisoned to hide out without warning anyone. They said it was his duty to warn Ned and tell him that Joffrey was a bastard, that him and Jon had discovered that, and this is what got Jon killed, etc. Their opinion is that he showed cowardice by waiting it out in Dragonstone until it was too late. Ned got killed and the war broke out. What do you think of this? Now, you talk like, so you evoke the Elio and Linda name. So we know Elio and Linda, they know more than everybody besides George R.R. Martin. They are the ones. So if they say stuff about the book, specifically about this happened, that happened, then you have to agree with everything they say. Obviously, they edit some stuff for him. They work with the man. And even before that, their knowledge is just far surpasses anyone on the planet. So, can I argue the point that they say that Stannis is selfish? Yes, of course I can. I'm the Don, baby. I mean, listen, it says like they don't like him, you said, right? So obviously they're coming at it biased. They don't like him. They say that it was dishonorable for him to flee to Dragonstone because when Jon Arryn had passed away. I don't think that at all. I mean, why did he flee Dragonstone? Why did he go? He didn't flee. he left to Dragonstone. Let's say he flee like he ran away. He didn't run away. He left to Dragonstone. But why? Should he have stayed there and warned Ned? No. Stannis was upset. Why was he upset? Because he got passed up as hand of the king for Ned. And he felt that he should have been given the job. Now, if he was given the job, I'm sure he would expose the whole thing. But Robert didn't pick the right man for the job. He should have took Stannis as his hand right then. And none of this would ever happen. Robert be alive, everything would be done. Guaranteed. But that's what I think about them. So, as for him being selfish, I mean, I've never heard of him being selfish in any way in the story. He's told when he's at, Babel says when he was at, during the siege, he didn't eat no pork. He fed all of his men first and ate no portion bigger than all the men. You know what I mean? That's not something selfish. I mean, I've never heard him being selfish at all. So, no, I don't agree with that whatsoever. That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to say... I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just the way it goes, man. Who are Victorian Greyjoy? Who's your top 5 characters? Alright, my top 5 characters. That's pretty easy. Not 5, but top 3 is easy. The last 2, I don't know if I can do. But number 1, Stannis Baratheon, the rightful king of Westeros. I'm not going to say Davos, was going to lump them together because that's his boy. Number 2, Victorian Greyjoy is my second. I love Victorian Greyjoy. I think he gets a bad rap, and why people keep saying he's stupid is stupid. I'm going to do something about him and show. Victorian Greyjoy is great. Alright, that's number 2. Number 3 is Arya Stark, is my third favorite character. And the other 2, I mean, it could be, I mean, I could just, I don't know. Those are my top 3 people, if I had to pick right there. Those are my 3 people. This guy, Kid Funkadelic, 77, son. Funkadelic, baby. 77. I don't know if you were born in the funk was in the 70s. Maybe you were born in 77 or something like that. Well, that's still, we wouldn't be in the funk era, Don. But Kid Funkadelic, my dude, here we go. Come on, Don, lighten up on Ned. Cersei said you're just a soldier. It's when she realized he had no agenda for himself. Ned at the Tower of Joy faced the baddest cats in the realm. He saved Robert at the Battle of the Bells. I respect the hell out of Stannis. But basically, he's saying it's not Ned's, that's what he's basically saying. I'm not going to read the whole thing. He just says some good stuff about Stannis and everything else. Alright. No, I'm going to say this once again and probably for the final time. Just in your comment, again, shows you that Ned Stark was not a smart man. And someone did say naive, and I will go with that word, naive. At the Tower of Joy, again, Ned facing great soldiers, right? He had 7 men. He defeats them. Everyone dies. He barely survives himself. He'd be dead again if it wasn't for Howland Reed. So again, this Ned Stark getting credit for defeating men. That he had 7 dudes verse 3, and he barely survived it, and he only survived it because Howland Reed. If Howland Reed wasn't there, Ned would be dead. So there's once again Ned doing something that just wasn't. It was just naive. He just getting credit for stuff he didn't do. He didn't defeat anyone. He almost got killed. Howland Reed did anything. And back to say, I'm sorry. The other person I was talking about was 99 champion. Evidently, it's a woman and not a man, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I didn't know you was a shorty. Only picture I see is of an elf, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you in any way like that. I'm saying if I did say that, just the picture. That's all I want to do. I'm sorry about that, 99 champion. Alright, other questions I have. Did Oberyn poison Tywin? Yes, without a doubt. He went there to poison Tywin. I think that was his job. When Maester Payne, Mason, whatever, Maester Payne. When the Maester, Grandmeister Pycelle is on the stand, he talks about a drug that is used to stop up somebody's bowels until they die. And obviously that's what Oberyn gave to Tywin when he was sitting on the toilet. That's why it all releases, and you realize that Tywin Lannister does not shit gold. I think that's the whole reason. So no doubt he definitely poisoned Tywin. Is Syrio Forel dead? I'm gonna say no. I don't think he is dead. I don't think Syrio Forel's dead. No, especially after watching this episode of Game of Thrones and seeing how easy how much the Hound was discrediting how good of a fighter he was. No, I do not believe he was dead. Will Sansa walk? This is another reason why Eddard Stark once again messed up, because if he didn't kill Sansa's wolf, she would be able to walk. But I do think she will walk, because I think in the end, if John does have when he gets a dragon, I don't think he's going to be able to keep a dragon and a wolf, and I think that wolf is Sansa's wolf, the white wolf. I think she'll get that wolf back, red eyes, red hair, white. I think that's her. So I think that's a wolf ghost in the end. We'll go back to Sansa and she'll be able to walk again. So I'm going to wrap this up, because remember, this is a 2-part thing and stuff like that. But before I do, I've seen that James Johnson is having a question and answer video on his channel this Wednesday. And since I was asked the questions by them, LaDonna and them, I have a question for each of them. And since I'm not that type of person to try to spring a question for them on the day it happens, I guess that's called sandbagging in Hollywood terms, or never sandbag a person. Because I want them to actually, maybe if they have to, maybe they just know these answers right off the bat. Maybe they have to think about it and give a good answer if they even listen to this video to hear it. So here are my questions for your panel, if you wouldn't mind answering for me. First question is for LaDonna. LaDonna, who is Septa Lamore? I think that would be a good question for her, if you can answer that for me. James, I would like to know from you, who poisoned the honey locust? If you could answer that question for me, I would appreciate it. Maester Payne, I would like you to answer this, since you're a very deep thinker. I would like you to answer this. Jojen dreamed. I dreamed of a winged wolf bound to earth in great stone chains, he said. A crow was trying to peck at the chains, but the stone was chipped too hard. The stone was too hard, his beak would only chip at them. I would like to know what you think that means. Charlie, since Dany, your girl, was born in the Pyra, I was wondering, how did she remain unburnt? That is my question to you. And Eli Knight, since you like to talk about Stannis here and there, I will give you a question for Stannis. Why does Melisandre bleed when she sees Bran and Bloodraven? So those are my questions for each of you. And one bonus question, if you wouldn't mind, maybe you won't get around to it. Is it a possibility that Howland Reed fathered Mira and Jojen with Ashura Dane? Those are my questions for you, the great panel that you are. And I hope that maybe you answer one of them and stuff like that. So until the next video, the next time out, please subscribe and like it and one-up it and everything else. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Next time I'll be in a different outfit. And I'll probably be after the next episode of The Viper and the Mountain. So look forward to that. So as always, it's the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon. We pull the strings. Peace, and I'm out. The people's champ.